Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
A predisposition in favor of something. Showed a Marxist orientation. A course introducing a new situation or environment. An integrated set of attitudes and beliefs. A person's awareness of self with regard to position and time and place and personal relationships. Position or alignment relative to points of the compass or other specific directions. The act of orienting. A strong liking. A predisposition in favor of something. A predilection for expensive cars. A strong liking. My own preference is for good literature. A predisposition in favor of something. His sexual preferences. The right or chance to choose. Grant of favor or advantage to one over another, especially to a country or countries in matters of international trade, such as levying duties. A course introducing a new situation or environment. Susceptibility to a pathogen. A disposition in advance to react in a particular way. An inclination beforehand to interpret statements in a particular way. Education imparted in a series of lessons or meetings. An integrated course of academic studies. Education imparted in a series of lessons or meetings. A body of students who graduate together. The class of 97. People having the same social, economic, or educational status. The working class. Arrange or order by classes or categories. How would you classify these pottery shards? Are they prehistoric? Education imparted in a series of lessons or meetings. Flirting is not unknown in college classes. A body of students who are taught together. Early morning classes are always sleepy. A collection of things sharing a common attribute. There are two classes of detergents. A league ranked by quality. He played baseball in Class D for 2 years. Biology. A taxonomic group containing one or more orders. Elegance in dress or behavior. She has a lot of class. General line of orientation. The river takes a southern course. Construction. A layer of masonry. A course of bricks. A connected series of events or actions or developments. The government took a firm course. As might be expected. A mode of action. If you persist in that course, you will surely fail. A body of students who are taught together. Education imparted in a series of lessons or meetings. He took a course in basket weaving. Move along, of liquids. A line or route along which something travels or moves. The course of the river. Facility consisting of a circumscribed area of land or water laid out for a sport. The course had only 9 holes. Hunt with hounds. He often courses hares. Move swiftly through or over. Part of a meal served at one time. She prepared a 3-course meal. The arrangement of the body and its limbs. He assumed an attitude of surrender. A complex mental state involving beliefs and feelings and values and dispositions to act in certain ways. He had the attitude that work was fun. A theatrical pose created for effect. The actor struck just the right attitude. Position of aircraft or spacecraft relative to a frame of reference, the horizon or direction of motion. A complex mental state involving beliefs and feelings and values and dispositions to act in certain ways. Awareness of your own individuality. The act of setting and holding a course. A new council was installed under the direction of the king. The concentration of attention or energy on something. He had no direction in his life. The act of managing something. Is the direction of the economy a function of government? A line leading to a place or point. He looked the other direction. A formal statement of a command or injunction to do something. Something that provides direction or advice as to a decision or course of action. A message describing how something is to be done. He gave directions faster than she could follow them. A general course along which something has a tendency to develop. I couldn't follow the direction of his thoughts. The spatial relation between something and the course along which it points or moves. He checked the direction and velocity of the wind. A condition or position in which you find yourself. The unpleasant situation, or position, of having to choose between two evils. A job in an organization. The spatial property of a place where or way in which something is situated. The position of the hands on the clock. The particular portion of space occupied by something. A rationalized mental attitude. An opinion that is held in opposition to another in an argument or dispute. A way of regarding situations or topics, etc. The arrangement of the body and its limbs. The relative position or standing of things or especially persons in a society. Atheists do not enjoy a favorable position in American life. A point occupied by troops for tactical reasons. Put into a certain place or abstract location. The act of putting something in a certain place. An item on a list or in a sequence. Moved from third to fifth position. The post or function properly or customarily occupied or served by another. Cause to be in an appropriate place, state, or relation. In team sports, the role assigned to an individual player. What position does he play? The act of positing, an assumption taken as a postulate or axiom. The appropriate or customary location. The cars were in position. The act of putting something in a certain place. Military installation consisting of a prepared position for sighting a weapon. A determination of the place where something is. The act of putting something in a certain place. A point or extent in space. A workplace away from a studio at which some or all of a movie may be made. They shot the film on location in Nevada. A determination of the place where something is. The act of putting something in a certain place. The spatial property of the way in which something is placed. The placement of the chairs. The act of putting something in a certain place. contact established between applicants and prospective employees. The agency provided placement services, causing to fall into line or into position. The act of putting something in a certain place. Any opinions or doctrines at variance with the official or orthodox position. The quality of being unorthodox. A belief that rejects the orthodox tenets of a religion. An orientation that characterizes the thinking of a group or nation. Imaginary or visionary theorization. The act of changing the direction in which something is oriented. A fresh orientation. A changed set of attitudes and beliefs. A shared orientation leading to mutual understanding. They are on the same wavelength. The distance, measured in the direction of propagation, between 2 points in the same phase in consecutive cycles of a wave. The act of looking or seeing or observing. He tried to get a better view of it. See or watch. View a show on television. Graphic art consisting of the graphic or photographic representation of a visual percept. Figure 2 shows photographic and schematic views of the equipment. Look at carefully, study mentally. View a problem. A way of regarding situations or topics, etc. Consider what follows from the positivist view. The range of the eye. They were soon out of view. A personal belief or judgment that is not founded on proof or certainty. The visual percept of a region. The most desirable feature of the park are the beautiful views. A message expressing a belief about something. The expression of a belief that is held with confidence but not substantiated by positive knowledge or proof. Deem to be. She views this quite differently from me. The range of interest or activity that can be anticipated. Outward appearance. They look the same in outward view. Purpose. The phrase, with a view to, means, with the intention of, or, for the purpose of. He took the computer with a view to pawning it. An empirical doctrine that advocates experimental principles. An orientation that favors experimentation and innovation. The children of psychologists are often raised in an atmosphere of experimentalism. Any opinions or doctrines at variance with the official or orthodox position. A belief that rejects the orthodox tenets of a religion. Any opinions or doctrines at variance with the official or orthodox position. The quality of being unorthodox. An orientation that characterizes the thinking of a group or nation. An orientation that characterizes the thinking of a group or nation. A belief or orientation agreeing with conventional standards. The quality of being orthodox, especially in religion. The appearance of things relative to one another as determined by their distance from the viewer. A way of regarding situations or topics, etc.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.